Let's go over this list together. You are going to want to lock your topic so that no one else can claim your subject matter. And so that when you are discussing your topic in the topics discussion folder, everyone will know what you are working on. So I have created, that I came up with over 300 topics. So I want you to just look at, these are large umbrellas, and you will want to select a topic that's interesting to you. Please don't look at one that you think sounds the easiest. Think of what interests you. What are you curious about? Because all of them are equally difficult, and they all require the same amount of research. You need people, field studies that you create, or other studies that you can find out about, financial reports, interviews with experts in whatever field you are including, and so forth. I want to mention to you right here at the beginning of the class, what is the difference between an argument essay / a position paper and a research essay. A research essay would simply just tell you what a solar flare is and how much it costs to evaluate solar flares. What the difference is that you are going to take solar flares and you are going to explore all of the possibilities for discovering solar flares after you've, of course, explained to the reader exactly what a solar flare is. And then you're going to evaluate those funding methods. Are they effective? Are they not effective? If it's expensive, why is it so expensive? Is that expense justified? What kind of legislation is out there that promotes funding for the solar flare programs? That kind of thing. You see the difference? I know you do. Okay, so down here towards the bottom, I added now as you can see, Motown is a huge umbrella. Okay, so what are you going to do? Just report about Motown and what the record company came from and where it started and how it started and what artists were promoted through Motown. That's part of it. You do need to let the reader know what Motown was, but then you're going to get way down into the weeds of Motown and find out exactly what was going on, exactly how much money was made, the financial records, the idea that was that started as Hitsville and moved on, and really get into the weeds of Motown to find out the truth about rap wars, the truth about cancer. Do you see why that's a position paper rather than a research paper? Oceanography, that's a huge umbrella. Now, when you pick topics like that that are interesting to you, go ahead and ask me for a Zoom meeting. We'll meet together and talk about different ways that you might, I guess it would be nice if I spelled that right, that you might want to approach a topic, and we'll discuss it so that you can make sure that you are on the right track. I'm going to help you every step of the way. If I don't hear from you, I assume that you know what you are doing. Let's take something like glaciers. Glaciers, you're going to want to look at the concept of glaciers, how they were formed. Of course, there are some controversies about global warming in glaciers. Some people would say glaciers normally recede and normally calve and normally then an ice age comes. Others say global warming affects it, and you would take a position. That's what's the important thing, is taking a position. Now, I'm just going to show you the last one, and then we'll be all through here as you decide which one you want to lock down. Let's say that you get up to the 4th week and you've changed your mind. You thought you had some information that you could get, and you found out that you can't. Well, that's fine. You can change your mind right up until the day that the topic proposal is due. And you cannot pick a topic that somebody else already has. So let's look at this one that I gave you real instructions for, and I did that for a reason so that we could go over that in this little discussion. Evaluate 3 current movements. There are so many movements, not only in our country, but in the world. And you can even look at a movement that happened in the past as a basis for your analysis. When you evaluate something, you have to have a basis of analysis. How effective is it? Again, what were the plans and goals behind the movement? What are the strategies for the movement? And what are the projected outcomes? So I'm using one example. Black Lives Matter is a movement. Go to the website, look for the mission statement, no matter what it was. I don't care if you are using a base of analysis, a movement that happened in the past. They had a mission statement. Every movement, everything has a mission statement. So find that mission statement, and that's your basis of analysis. Does the activities of that movement promote that mission statement? You think that sounds pretty easy? Yes or no? Well, it isn't that easy, but it is interesting. If you're interested in the topic, it is. So you're going to take 3 current movements and you're going to evaluate them. And then after you've evaluated them based on your same criteria over and over again, you can see that more about that in the outlining. Right now, you're just picking a topic. After you apply those criteria of the movements, then you state your position about which of the movements are most effective or ineffective. You're going to take a position based on all the research. That's what separates the essay from being just a book report. All right? And 307, I've left open just in case I haven't thought about something in these 300 topics. When you decide that, you're going to go over to your dashboard. You're going to scroll up the dashboard right under the course modules and go to discussions. You'll go to the lock your topic discussion and you'll follow the instructions you'll find there. This is fun. You get to pick anything that interests you. Isn't that wonderful? That concludes this tutorial on the topic lock.